Devin, when your defense is playing as well as it is and the conditions are like this, do you like your chances heading into a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, but I think for us as a team, the whole week in practice as we're going through things, and you can hear Bill saying to us like, "Hey, we're on it, like we're on it," and I think that comes from just executing our game plan in practice, sitting in the meeting room, going over these plays, understanding what they like to do. So I think everyone felt good going into the game, and anytime we play in any type of weather game, we don't budge because when we come in here on a Wednesday, a Thursday, or Friday, and Bill stands up here and he says, whatever the weather is, get your stuff and put it on because we're in it. So we've practiced in all of this. We've had rain days, have really cold days. So when we get dressed and we get ready to go out there, our mentality doesn't change. We're out there to play football and try to dominate, and I think everyone has that mentality as a group. I think it enables us to go out there and execute and try to play at a high level.
Hey, Devin, you give up a couple of big plays, but zero touchdowns. So how do you guys regroup right after giving up those big plays and manage zero touchdowns given to the opponents?
I think as a defense, you gotta defend every yard on that field. So we always know as a group, just get a guy down. If it's like Cobb's big play, and you see me hustling, Jay Jones hustling, JC, just knowing if we get them down and give ourselves a chance to play some red area defense, we can hold them to 3 points. And I think that's what it came down today. I think they got in the red area 3 or 4 times, and just making them kick field goals gave us a chance to win, and the last couple games we played has come down to one touchdown. One touchdown's kind of separated and been a bunch of field goals. And as a defense, we know if we just keep holding teams out of the end zone, we have faith our offense to go out there and get us a touchdown or give us a big drive to really be the difference in winning the game. And that's what it came down to tonight.
Dev, there's no doubt that Dallas is extremely talented offensively across the board. But when you get a guy like Stephon Gilmore that can just lock down Amari Cooper, how much of an advantage does it give the rest of the defense to be able to do other things and have other options to keep Dallas in check?
Yeah, I mean, I think we put a lot on them, to go out there and play. But I think ultimately it still comes down to just team defense. Everybody understanding what they have to do, and guys stepping up. I thought JC stepped up today without J Mac out there, of playing really every snap, and Jay Jones being able to play different roles. So. I think we put a lot on our corners in general to go out there and compete against some of the better receivers in this league. And, it's no secret. It starts with Steph. He goes out there, competes his butt off. Every time someone makes a catch on him, it's going to be highly contested. They're going to have to make a great play. And, we count on him to do that. And I think a lot of it goes into his film study, understanding the defense, understanding when he has help, when he doesn't have help. And then all of us executing as 11 guys on the field, I think gives each guy a chance to go out there and play good individually.
Devin, obviously you guys were good in every area of the field, but you mentioned just hoping to get to play some red area defense. Beyond that, just being more confined space, is there something that gives you extra confidence down there playing against them or anybody else?
Just knowing exactly what we have to do. I would say a lot of the confidence comes from practice, competing against our offense, competing against the look team when we go out there. Early in the season, we didn't get a lot of red area opportunities, but my whole time here, we've put a lot of focus on third down and red area. So when we get in the red area, we've talked about it a lot, and guys understand what the team wants to do. And we know we got to really play our best football usually for 3 downs. If we can get them on the 4th down situation and make them have to make a decision to either go for it or kick the field goal, for us, once they get in that area, that's a win. So Bill always talks about those 4-point plays, and, we did a good job of executing on those plays.
Devin, you asked about Stephon Gilmore, who's clearly established himself as one of, if not the best cornerback in the league. Jonathan Jones is a guy that, as you said, plays multiple roles for this defense. Today, looked like he might have gotten picked off on the catch and long gain by Cobb. But other than that, his performance today, how good a player has he become? And when you watch guys around the league, even though you're studying the offense, in your mind, your estimation, where does Jonathan Jones stand among the elite cornerbacks in the league?
Yeah, he's so versatile. You know, he plays inside, and like I said today, he stepped up and played some outside corner. But he started it off. You know, we get our first third down. We talked about getting out there and starting fast. He breaks up the pass to Cobb. You know, another big third down. They throw it in the flat, try to pick him. He tacks him for either no gain or 1 yard. And I think his consistency really helps us as a defense. You know, when you watch him in our defense, he's played safety. He's played inside corner, outside corner. He's blitzed. He's covered. He's played in the deep half and deep middle. He's played obviously a lot of man-to-man. And when you got guys that can do that, it helps you out so much on defense. Like you talked about Steph being able to do what he does covering guys. Jay Jones being able to be, you know, really a plug-and-fit guy along with Chung. And, you know, all those different guys allows us to play so many different fronts, different defenses, different personnel groups, because we got guys that can just move in and out of different roles. So Jay Jones, I've loved it because he came in here undrafted free agent, and he's really worked his butt off. You know, one of our better special teams players, and doesn't play as much special teams because we need him to play a lot of defense. And I think he's been an example for all the guys that come in here. No matter how you get here, hard work and getting better at your craft allows you to have a big role for this team.
Devin, with the offense struggling, you guys realized that it was your game to win defensively in this game, especially late. You stopped them a few times right before the half and then toward the end of the game. So this was kind of like defense's game to win.
Yeah, we always talk about situations, and I thought that's what today came down to. You know, obviously our offense wants to score a lot of points, and they've done that for a while. But I think the thing, I said it last week, you know, everyone keeps talking about our offense struggling and all of that. To me, we're going out there and we're complimenting each other. You know, we get a fourth down stop, and you know the game is not necessarily over. But then our offense goes out there in a 4-minute situation, gets a first down. You know, then we get the air ball situation where Tom throws it up. Maybe it looks like it should have hit 0, you know, and that would have been the game. But I think that's what it comes down to when you talk about winning football games. You know, when you look at it, I think everyone wants to see, you know, 30 points on the board and, you know, we hold a team to 9. But, you know, when you talk about winning football games, it's those situations, you know, understanding how to take advantage of those. You know, defense goes and gets a stop. Offense doesn't go out there and just, you know, run 3 plays and then have to either go up for it on 4th down or kick a field goal. You know what I mean? They took all of that out of the window, out of the scenario by just getting a first down, and that's winning football. And I think we just got to continue to do those things.
Devin, Jerry Jones called this game as a measuring stick for his group. Does that kind of label ever even remotely get discussed in the Patriots locker room, or is it just purely the next game on the schedule?
It's the next game, but, I mean, it's no secret. We get every team's best shot. You know, we know that. It's not the first time we've heard that when we've played somebody. They've talked about it being a measuring stick or a big game for them. You know, I think we realize, especially this time of year, every game's a big game. And it's no secret we came out here today. They're one of the best teams in NFC, top offense in the league. So it was a big game for us, and we knew that. But it doesn't change how we prepare and how we have to execute to win. So, you know, I was excited about how we came out here and started fast and gave ourselves a chance to win. We just got to continue to do that, and it'll be a tough one on the road next week against Houston.
You said a lot about Pat Chung through the years. How important was he today, basically playing linebacker and, again, sticking his nose in there against Ezekiel Elliott? And that
Yeah,
kind of
man, I'm going to give him a big hug because if he wasn't here, I would have had to fill that linebacker role, and that's more Pat's thing than my thing. So, you know, for years, you know, Pat's been that guy that, you know, whether it's linebacker or strong safety, whether he had to play deep in the deep half or deep middle, you can't really teach or find many guys that can do what Pat does. And luckily this year we found T. Brooks who's filled in and been able to do those roles. But, you know, it's no secret. Having Pat back in our defense, you know, gives us a lot of different options, and it makes us a lot better defense. You know, he's been a big role for us for the last couple of years, and you know, he's my running mate. We've been playing together for most of our careers, minus 1 year. You know, 10 years being out there and playing together. So I love having him back. You know, we have so much nonverbal communication and really things that we should mess up, but because we've been playing so long, we kind of know what the other guy's going to do. And having him back out there, I think, was a big reason why we were able to get the win today. Appreciate it.